Thanks for joining us. Let's begin lying down on our mats. Get your block sort of close to you because we're going to reach for our block really shortly. But just lie yourself back on the mat. We'll begin where we're going to finish today. So stretch your legs out long, let your toes flop out to the side, your heels are kind of toward the middle, hands to your sides with your palms facing upward. And then soften your gaze for a minute. Maybe option to close your eyes or just soften your gaze. Bring an inhale in through your nose. Open mouth, let it all out. Another one just like that. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, let it out. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. All right. Bend your knees. Put your feet on the mat. Kind of like you're moving toward bridge pose, but you're not. Reach for your block. Push into your feet, lift your hips off the mat, and take the low setting of your block and put it right underneath your sacrum. Legs up the wall pose. We're just going to lift our feet up toward the ceiling. If you find that it doesn't easily, your legs don't stay up there easily, or it takes too much strength in your abdomen, try moving the block upward on your back, or if you feel pain in your back, maybe try moving the block lower. So be sort of experiment on yourself. Find the spot where you can have your legs up toward the ceiling, your feet sort of like you're going to step on the ceiling, and then soften your gaze again. Inhale through your nose. This time, exhale through your nose. We're just bathing our brain in oxygen right now. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. And one more inhale. Exhale, let it all out. Great way to start your practice. Bend your knees, put your feet back on the mat. Push into your feet, lift your hips up, pull the block out of the way, and then lower your hips down to the mat. Bring your right leg up toward the ceiling, just like you're going to put your footprint on the ceiling again. This time, bend your right leg and put your right foot right across the left knee, kind of like a reclining figure four. So then lift up your left knee and grab the back of your upper leg on the left side. With your right elbow, push into the top of the upper part of your right leg. And that way you're sort of pushing your right leg away from you. And then pull your left leg towards you just a little bit with your hands. With both feet, pull your toes back towards your knees. Good job. Bring your attention to your left leg and straighten your left leg and move it up so that it's sort of pointing toward the ceiling. Bend your left leg any amount and let it back down. And vertical leg on the left side. Straighten your left leg upward. And then bend it at least 90 degrees. Let's get our breath mixed with our movement. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale through your nose. Bend your left leg one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Bring your left foot back to the mat. Bring your right foot right to the side of your left. Switch legs. Your left foot moves up toward the ceiling. Your left leg is approaching straight. Bend your left knee and put your left ankle across your right knee. Lift your right knee upward and grab the back of your right upper leg, your right thigh. And with your left elbow, push into your left leg and push your left leg forward. So both feet's toes back toward your knees. Taking an inhale breath and straighten your right leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, bend your right knee. Inhale, straighten it up. Exhale it out. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your left foot down to the mat and your right foot down to the mat. And you're just like we're moving into a bridge pose, but we're not. Pull your knees into your chest, grab a hold of the front of your knees, and begin to rock yourself forward and backward. I do it by just slightly bending and straightening my legs, using that momentum to rock me forward and backward on the mat. And when you're ready, come up to a seated position, cross your legs. With your hands behind you, push yourself forward and come to a tabletop. Just roll over your front knees. If that doesn't work in your body, and we're all different, just don't do it that way. Just move to the side and come to a tabletop any way you can without feeling pain. That's a good reminder for today. Anything that Margot and I might cue to you or suggest that you do that causes pain, just don't do it, or do a modification so you don't feel pain. Drop your belly and lift your gaze upward, cow pose. Exhale, push the middle of your back upward, let your head drop down, cat pose. You can have your feet tucked under or not. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more cow. And one more cat. Come back to neutral. Allow your gaze to go over your left shoulder. Look at your left ankle. When you do that, your right ribs expand. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, bring yourself back to neutral. Gaze over your right shoulder at your right ankle. Just a little side bend. Inhale, expand your left ribs. Exhale, come back to neutral. One more time on each side. Over your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, back to neutral. Over your right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, back to neutral. Tuck your toes under if they aren't already. Lift your knees off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. So your feet are about hip distance apart. Your hands are about shoulder distance apart, or maybe a little bit more. It works for me to be a little bit more. Bend your knees a whole bunch here. You'll come onto your your tippy toes, and then push farther away from your shoulders with your hands. And then begin to approach straightening your legs. Your heels will move downward in and out. That works in your body. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Inhale again. Exhale it out. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, let it all out. Push into your hands now and slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. You'll find yourself in a standing forward fold at the back of the mat rather than the front. Inhale, halfway lift, bring your hands to your shins, gaze downward, back is flat. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, push into your feet, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. Awesome job. Drop your hands down to your sides. Bring all of your weight into your left foot. Lift your right foot up and bring it over the front, the top of your left, and bring your pinky toes so that they're side by side with each other. Bend your knees a whole bunch. This would be a good time to reach for a block. If you have to come out of the pose to reach for a block, that's just fine. So your pinky toes are touching, and then you bend forward at the waist. Use your block to support you if you need it. If you don't, bend your knees, or if you choose, you can bend your knees rather than use the block. This is an awesome IT band stretch. Bring your hands a little bit to the right now. And then as you walk your hands to the right just a bit, not too much, might increase the stretch involved. Bring yourself back to neutral. Slowly rolling yourself up. Standing position, Tadasana. Weight into your left leg, bring your right leg to the side. Now you're weighting equally on both sides. Bring your weight now to the right foot. Lift your left foot up and over the front. And bring your pinky toes to meet each other. We've just crossed our legs on the opposite side. If the block worked for you, use the block again. Bend forward at the waist, bend your knees. Don't feel like you have to lock your knees. That would probably be a dangerous thing to do. When you get settled in your forward fold, you can feel the IT band stretch. You have the option to walk your hands to the left. Get just a little bit more of a stretch. You can tease yourself into this by slowly moving in and out of straighter legs and less straight legs. Bring yourself back so you're kind of neutral. Push into your feet, slowly rolling yourself up. Step your left leg to the right. Your left leg to the left so that you're uncrossing your legs. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. Drop your hands down to your side. We're going to do that 3-count part kriya. I've been calling it Durga kriya. So it's Durga breath with arm movement. 3 breaths, inhale through your nose with no exhale in between. And then at the end of the 3rd breath, you've filled yourself completely up and exhale out your nose. We'll be moving our arms and you can sort of follow along with what I'm doing. Arms out in front of you. Inhale for a 3rd of your breath. Another 3rd of your breath, open up. All the way up to the top in your breath in your arms. Exhale, swing your arms down, let the air out. Inhale for a 3rd. Another 3rd. All the way in. All the way out. Inhale for a 3rd. Another 3rd. Hands upward. Exhale out. Inhale for a 3rd. Another 3rd, a little faster. Above your head. Exhale out. Inhale for a 3rd. Open up. Fill it up all the way. Exhale out. Inhale for a 3rd. Another 3rd. And inhale to the top. Exhale out. Inhale for a 3rd. Another 3rd. Above your head. Exhale out. 2 more times. Inhale for a 3rd. Open wide. Above your head. Exhale out. Last one. Inhale in front. Open up. Inhale last time. Exhale out. Bring yourself slowly up to a standing position. Make your hands, your palms facing forward. Soften your gaze and just be still for a minute. Check in. Notice how you're feeling. Notice the details. Good job. Great. Go ahead and step yourself up to the top of your mat. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, bend forward at the waist. Standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Your hands go to your shins. Exhale, step your right foot back and then your left foot back and find yourself in a high plank pose. Bring an inhale breath in. Exhale, lower to the mat. Point your toes. Inhale, cobra pose, Tadasana. Exhale, lower yourself down. Tuck your toes under, come through. Tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, bring your knee up to meet your nose. Inhale your leg back behind you again. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, raise your leg up and back behind you. Exhale, step it through. Drop your left knee to the mat. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, lower your hands down to the mat. Keep your left palm on the mat. Inhale your right arm up toward the ceiling, easy twist. Exhale, both hands down. Lift your left knee. Step your left leg forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Drop your hands down. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, standing forward fold and forward at the waist. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back and then your left foot back. Take an inhale breath. Exhale to the mat. Point your toes. Inhale, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under, come through tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, your left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, back up. Exhale, step your left foot through. Drop your right knee to the mat. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, your right palm down to the mat. Inhale, your left arm up toward the ceiling, maybe gaze up to meet it. Exhale, your left palm down to the mat. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, hands above your head, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Drop your hands down to your side. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your right foot back, and then your left foot back. High plank. Inhale here. Exhale to the mat. Point your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck your toes under, come through high plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg up and back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, leg right back up. Exhale, step it through. Drop your left knee to the mat. Inhale, your arms above your head. Exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat. Your right hand move up toward the ceiling, easy twist. Exhale, both hands on the mat. Lift your left leg off the mat and step your left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, push into your feet, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Drop your hands down. Inhale, raise your hands up again. Exhale, standing forward fold, and forward at the waist. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time step your left foot back, and then your right foot back. High plank. Inhale here. Exhale to the mat. Point your toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck your toes under. Come through tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg up and back behind. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, your left knee to your left elbow. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, step it through. Drop your right knee. Inhale, hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands down. Your left palm, your right palm goes down. Your left palm moves up toward the ceiling. Easy twist. Exhale, bring your hands down. Frame your front foot. Step your right foot forward to meet your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Drop your hands down to your side. Just find some stillness for a second. That was a lot of movement. And I want you to just check in and notice how you're feeling. So change of pace. Awesome. Look down at your hands now. Make a circle with your thumb and your index finger. Bring one hand over the top of your head, front to back, and then bring the other hand front to back as well, and find yourself kind of doing a backstroke movement. And if you know you have a shoulder problem, just make a modification so that you're not going to hurt yourself. You can make your circles really small, even in front of your face, or if this works for you, maybe increase the speed that you move your arms. Begin to move your arms pretty quickly. And then come back to your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. This is a kriya. Inhale. Exhale. And the last one, inhale. Let all the air out your nose and bring both hands to your side. And again, find stillness. Just slow down. Notice the details of how you're feeling. Awesome job. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, bend forward the waist. Standing forward, Tadasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands in your shins. Exhale, step your right foot back and your left foot back. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, lower yourself down to the mat. Point your toes, but we're not moving to cobra pose. Instead, release your hands and bring them to your sides with your palms facing down toward the mat. Take an inhale breath, lift your head and your shoulders up, and then hold them up. Lift your arms up now, but your feet are still down. And you're having to breathe, hopefully. It's a good thing to use your breath. This is locust pose or modification thereof. And just continue to breathe. Good job, and let yourself back down. Turn your head to the right, put your left ear on the mat. Give your neck some love here. Continue to breathe. Bring your chin back to the mat and turn your head the opposite direction. Your right ear should maybe be on the mat. Maybe it's too much of a stretch to do that. A possible modification would be to have your palms underneath your head and rest your right cheek on your palms. Good job. Bring your chin back, tuck your toes under, bring your hands to your shoulders, push yourself up to a tabletop position. Bring your knees wide, your big toes to touch. Sink your hips toward your heels. Continue to reach your arms out above you. Child's pose. Let your head move down to the mat. Come back to your breath. Integrate your breath. Continue breathing at your own pace. See if you can use that ujjayi breathing, that breathing through your nose with a little bit of sound by constricting your throat. I'm just setting up with the microphone and she'll be with you.
From your child's pose, take a big inhale breath. Stay right where you are. Big inhale breath. And an open mouth exhale, also known as a sigh. And then drag yourself into tabletop or all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Reach your right leg behind you. This first one we're going to do in all fours, everybody in all fours. And then scribe your right kneecap out to the right and bring it forward. This is the doggy hydrant pose. Maybe you touch your elbow. And then reach that leg back behind you. So you've made a big circle. Put your right knee down. We're going to do that on the left side. So first, reach behind you. We're still in all fours, all of us. And then bring that knee forward. The aspiration is to touch your elbow or your forearm and put that left knee down. So everybody try down dog. We've done this with Ned this morning. Raise the right leg. Scribe that knee out to the side. You're making a circle. We're moving the femur in the hip joint. You try to reach your forearm, your elbow, and reach it long behind you. So there's motion and mobility. Switch sides. Reach the left leg behind you, then turn the knee out to the left. Bring it forward. Your shoulders come over your hands and reach behind you. Everybody down to all fours. So those are two options for hip circles. Choose the one that works for you. I'm going to stay in all fours. We're going to just do two more on each side. Right leg long behind you. Smooth out the motion. So you come towards your elbow and then close the space between your thighs. Reach that right leg long again. And if you like, you can try this up in the down dog posture. Right knee down. Everybody, big inhale breath, either in down dog or all fours. Open mouth, exhale. Breathing through your nose. Reach the left leg behind you. And then scribe that left kneecap out to the left. Trying to move smoothly, fluidity. And again, the thighs close, the leg reaches long again. This is the last one. And put your knee down. So you could join me in all fours, or you may be in down dog. Everybody pick up your hands, could be in down dog. I recommend being in all fours, and just turn the backs of your hands to the mat. Put a little weight into them. See if you can reach your thumbs down. Just a little counter pose for the wrists. Tuck your toes, press back to down dog. Inhale your right leg straight up behind you, and then bend your knee, open your hip, push that right foot towards the left. Lift your right thigh as high as you can, really push into your hands. And then as you exhale, bring your right knee forward, right foot forward, put your right foot down, and rise up into crescent lunge. Here's a little trick. Try to lift your gaze as you come up, like you're swimming up, arms overhead. And then exhale, hands to your hips, tack the left foot down and heel toe the right foot to the left, coming into warrior 2 feet. You can't go from crescent to warrior 2 without making an adjustment. Arms reach out to the sides. Settle here, warrior 2. On an exhale breath, forearm to thigh, extended side angle. Left arm reaches out over your left ear. Steady here. Push into the heel of your front foot, the outer edge of your back foot. An inhale breath. Stand up, torso vertical. Turn all your toes to face the left side of your mat. So Ned will face away from us. You're facing a long edge. Bow forward. Fingertips down under your nose. Left hand rises, open twist to the left. Exhale it down. Right hand rises, open twist to the right. Both hands down. Hands to your hips or the top of your thighs. Slowly come up. Big inhale breath to get you vertical. Turn those right toes forward. Warrior 2. Sink a little deeper, inner thighs work together. Right palm up, fingertips to the ceiling, reverse warrior. And then exhale, hands down. Everybody meet in all fours. The connecting postures between sequences of standing postures are often called vinyasa. Here's one vinyasa. Join me, lift your heart, sag your belly, lift your tail, cow pose. Exhale, push into your hands around your spine, cat pose. That could be your connecting posture. We're going to do just 2 other connecting postures so that you've got options. Press to plank. Lower all the way to the floor. I put my knees down first. Elbows stay in by the side of your body. Uncurl your toes. Legs are strong, but you just come up into cobra, any height, pushing into your hands, and exhale down. That's another vinyasa, connecting sequence of postures. And the third one is push back into down dog for a moment. Bring your shoulders forward in plank pose, that's high plank, and then bend your elbows to low plank, chaturanga, and then glide your chest forward, top of your feet down, up dog, no pressure in your low back. That's chaturanga to up dog. Everybody put their knees down, return to all fours. 3 options for you. All fours cat-cow, plank to cobra, or chaturanga, which is a low plank, a low push-up to up dog. Tuck your toes, push back into down dog. Inhale the left leg up behind you and open the left hip. Push your left heel to the right. Lift your thigh as high as you can. Push into your hands. And then bring the left foot forward behind the left hand. Crescent lunge. Raise your body up, torso vertical, arms overhead. Crescent lunge. And then exhale, arms come into warrior 2 arms. Tack the back foot down and heel toe the front foot. So the front foot, a line drawn to the back foot, would intersect your arch. Exhale, forearm to the thigh, right arm out overhead, extended side angle. Try to turn your ribs up towards the ceiling without collapsing your knee on the front leg inwards. Press into both feet, torso vertical, arms out, and then all toes point to the left side of your mat. So you get to see the front of neck, the side of knee. Exhale, forward fold with a twist, right hand to the left foot, bend the left knee, raise your left hand if you like. Inhale, just to a half lift, left hand over to the right foot, right arm overhead. Come back to center. Bring your torso up vertical. We're going to do all that again. Exhale with a twist. Right arm to touch the left foot, bend into the left knee. Inhale, let's come all the way up. And then exhale, left hand down. Touch the right foot, right arm reaches up. Inhale, torso gets vertical, arms wide. Left toes point forward. Exhale, your hands down. Step back. This is where you choose an all fours vinyasa or a plank or a chaturanga. I'm going for the middle path. So I'm lowering to cobra. And then I'm inhaling up into cobra. I'm going to tuck my toes and keep right on going, press back into down dog. Inhale your right leg, more standing poses. Step the right foot forward between your hands, tack the left foot down. When you get that front forward foot in between your hands, you might have fewer adjustments to make for warrior 2 legs. Inhale, both arms overhead, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend the front leg, arms horizontal to the floor. Again, arms overhead. Exhale, bend into the front knee. Arms overhead, straighten both legs. And this time, place your left hand at your side, your right arm forward, triangle pose. By forward, right arm comes down, find your shin or a block. Left arm floats upwards, fingertips towards the ceiling. Experiment with your gaze. Look at your foot. Look across the room. If you like, look up at your left hand. Admire all the adjustments you can feel. You can feel them in your calf, in the hand on your shin. Bend deeply into the front knee. Torso vertical, warrior two. Exhale, hands down. Choose your connecting postures, your vinyasa. I'm going to do all fours this time with a cow and a cat. You might choose plank to cobra or low plank chaturanga to up dog. We're all going to meet in down dog. Take your time. Notice your breathing. When you find your way to down dog, an inhale breath, lift your left leg. Exhale, left foot forward between your hands. Tack down the right foot. Come up into warrior two. Straighten both legs, arms overhead. And exhale, bend into the front knee. Two more times. Inhaling, arms go overhead. Mostly the inhales are for the up motion, and then exhaling into your warrior two. One more time, arms overhead, stay here. Right hand down by your side. Left arm glides forward. It's a side bend to get into triangle. Left hand to your shin. Float your right hand overhead. By overhead, straight up, fingertips to the ceiling. Select the gaze that works for you. And then notice your breathing. Bend deeply into your front knee. Bring your torso vertical. Bring your hands down to the mat. Everybody step to all fours. Inhale, lift your chest, sag your belly. That's cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, push into your hands, sink hips to heels, and come to a seat. We have a little alternate nostril breathing interlude here. You could be seated on a block or your mat or a chair. Fold your index and middle finger down. Thumb and ring finger by the bridge of your nose, just below the bridge of your nose. Pressing with your thumb, inhale on the left. Pause at the top, take your time. Close the ring finger, exhale on the right. Pause at the bottom. Inhale on the right. Pause at the top, switch fingers, and exhale on the left. Inhale on the left. Switch fingers, exhale on the right. Inhale on the right. Switch fingers, exhale on the left, and place your hands on your thighs. Just be steady for a moment. Place your hands behind you. We're going to try every version of figure four today. Pick up the right leg, left foot is on the mat, left knee is bent, and guide your right ankle above your left knee. Use your hands to support you. Fingertips are pointing forward. And you can press your hands and straighten your arms any amount into seated figure four. Experiment with flexing your toes towards your shin and pointing them away. You could do that with both feet. When you flex your toes and just press into your heel on the foot that's on the floor, it brings that thigh just a little closer, a little more sensation. All right, switch sides. So first both feet down, and then left ankle over right. You can lean back as much as you need to get space for this. So you have many adjustments that you can make. Try to push into your hands and push your chest forward, tall spine. Tuck your chin slightly, toes flex to your shin. So many small modifications. And then release all that. A loose cross of your legs, push into your hands, maybe a fist, and make your way first to down dog. Inhale the left leg up straight behind you, bend the knee and open the hip. Take a full breath cycle here. Really notice pushing into your hands. And then switch sides. Left foot down, inhale the right leg, bend the knee, push that left foot away to the left, right foot away to the left. And then both feet down. From your down dog, it's going to be feet to hands. You can walk, or at the bottom of an exhale, gather yourself and hop forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into chair pose. Your feet can be wide or big toes to touch. Sink your hips a little deeper. Hands to your chest. Pick up the right foot, stand into the left, right ankle, top of left knee. Toes flexed. Now we're balancing in figure 4. Big reminder, gaze across the room, pick a spot, steady your gaze on that spot. Sink your hips a little deeper, push your hands together a little harder. Flex your toes more deliberately, and most importantly, steady your breathing. Stand up on the left leg, let the right leg slide down the left into that cross-legged pose. We were in this with Ned this morning. And just one forward fold here. You can bend the front knee, feel the IT band stretch, mostly in the outside of the left upper leg. Inhale, come up to standing, unwind your feet. Chair pose. Sink your hips any amount. You're making a shelf. That right thigh is now going to support the left ankle. Pick it up. Toes flexed. Thumbs find your sternum. Gaze finds the attractive, steady spot across the room. And then slide that left foot down the outside of the right foot. Torso tall and strong. And then gather belly button to spine, forward fold. Inhale, come up to standing, unwind your feet. Stand into the left foot. Bend the left leg, right ankle on top of the left knee. This time, if you like, bow forward over your shin. Your hands might reach towards the floor or towards a block. I'm a big fan of blocks. Long spine. Fingertips to floor or block. Notice the different sensation. And if you look at Ned, he's doing squirrel, I think it's called. You can make a shelf with your elbows and place your shin on your upper arms just above your elbows and balance there. It's an arm balance. It is not accessible to me, but that's not a big deal. Okay, right foot down. Inhale, everybody come up to standing, arms overhead, fill up. Get ready for the other side. Step into the right foot. Left ankle above the right knee. Draw everything that you can to the midline, hug muscle to bone. Experiment with leaning forward, fingertips to the floor or to blocks. The blocks make this much less intimidating. And if you like, experiment with an arm balance. That would be your hands on the floor, or they could be on the blocks on the low level. Are you breathing? All right, unwind. Stand up, arms overhead. That was awesome. Exhale. I like to step my feet wide, pass through Malasana, frog pose. Take your time. We're coming down to a seat. There's often a bit of a roll as you get to the seat. And then feet to the floor. Draw your heels towards your sitting bones. Push into bridge pose. Hip pointers are up. Exhale, torso down. Step your left foot more to the middle. Come up into one-legged bridge. Push into the left leg. All muscle hugging to bone. Glutes are working, hamstrings are working. Lift your right leg up. Exchange feet. Bring your torso down. Now push into the right foot, one-legged bridge. Lift the left leg high. Torso down, both feet down. Reach the right leg long. And make a figure eight. So you might tilt your head forward so you can just see your figure eight. So you're making 2 stacked circles with your right leg. Smooth and fluid is the ideal that you have in mind. We're going to do 1 more figure eight with the right leg. And then put your right foot down, right knee is bent. Reach the left leg long. Then figure eight with the left leg. Smooth, fluid. 2 more of these. Breathe into it. Your breath is steady. It's helping for the smoothness. Left foot down. Lift your right leg, right ankle onto the left knee. Draw your right shin towards your face, your left thigh towards your chest, and then roll over to the left. Put your right foot down on the floor. This is our last edition of Figure 4 today. Left hand can hold your shin, right arm to reach wide. Back to center, unwind both feet on the floor. Little bridge pose to straighten out your spine. Set your torso down, left ankle on top of the right knee. Draw the package of your legs towards your chest, any amount, and then roll over on your right side. Right hand holding left ankle, left arm reaching wide. Come back to center. Both feet down. So it's 9:20. We'll go through Savasana, but if you need to go to get your day on its path, we wish you the best. Otherwise, we'll stay here for Savasana. Another yogi's choice for the day. Palms up, toes out. Follow your breath. And perhaps just let your attention dissolve. big inhale breath to animate your body, your circulation. Draw your heels towards your sitting bones. Roll over onto whatever side feels comfy for you. And then make your way up to a seat. No hurry. I always like to perch on the edge of a block. Allows my knees to descend below my hip joints. Less work on the hip flexors. Bring your palms to touch. Drop your chin towards your fingertips. Inhale your hands to the space between your eyebrows. Lift your chin. Greet the day. Namaste. Have a great day.